again, everybody, and welcome to Prep Time. I'm Justin Barrientos, and today I'm here at the newly renovated John Nett Rec Center on the campus of Cotter High School. A new lobby area, new concessions, and a new entrance were added right before basketball season started. Speaking of new things, our coverage of basketball on TV 25 was new as we went to more places and covered more teams than ever before. Today on Prep Time, we'll take a look at some of the video packages put together by HBC's Ty Schwartzlow for use on pregame and halftime coverage of our basketball here on HBC. We'll start at the beginning. One of the first teams that we covered this season was the Wabasha Kellogg girls team. They were looking to improve on a disappointing 2012-2013 season.
Knowing that we only graduated one senior, we're a pretty young team, we'll use those skills we had last year and then some for advantage this year, and hopefully we'll pull out some more W's.
We have 7 returning letter winners from last year's season that we were 3-23. The girls had a lot of hard work in the off season, and I believe they're very motivated too to turn the naysayers around and say, hey, we're going to improve this program. We are not the doormat. They proved that last year in some big games against some good teams for quite a while. We played with many teams for at least a half. And I guess just improving upon that, and kind of last year was like we walked in everywhere and we were everybody's parents' night, and our goal last year was to ruin some of those parents' night. So hopefully this year, when we walk in there, and that's not going to be on their schedule anymore. They're going to find somebody else that they want to try to push around or think they can beat pretty easily.
We're all used to each other, and we kind of know how the season went last year, and it's not really new to us, and so we can just improve from there.
It's a big advantage. Just the stuff we've been doing the first few days. I mean, we weren't quite there a month into last season. Just some of the terminology that we use, some of the different plays that we run, some of the different drills that we do. So that part of it is definitely a huge advantage. We're looking for more than those 3 wins. We are in Class A this year. We're hoping to make a run in the playoffs. These girls are excited. My goal for them is to see them play in Rochester. So that's one big goal of ours as a team. We know it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's not going to come easy. Nobody's going to lay down for us. But a lot more aggressive this year defensively, and we have a pretty athletic team and hoping to push the ball up the floor.
The Falcons improved their record by 5 wins this season, but they're still looking for their first playoff win in over 10 years. Next, we'll go to Lake City, a community that we visited for the first time in both football and basketball this season. The Lake City girls basketball team was looking to their sophomore center to guide them to a winning season this year.
Most teams try to press us. We have to get Maddie Green a lot of touches in the middle and limit their offensive rebounds and limit our turnovers.
My main goal every time I'm out there is to find Maddie Green in the paint, and I know once I get to her, the job's done. She's going to make the basket, and if she doesn't, she's probably going to get her own rebounds.
She's our leading scorer and leading rebounder, so it's important that we keep her active in the game. Well, her size and her athleticism help her a lot. She's got a very smooth, soft touch to her shot. She likes the turnaround jumper. She's got some hang time. She's a high jumper in track and field, so she can hang up there a little bit above most of the opponents that we play.
When we're in our zone defense, I feel like I definitely help Maddie Green down the post as well as shutting out any guard.
We have a really young team. We have 1 senior on the squad. We actually only have 5 girls that dress only varsity. Everybody else plays JV and then dresses varsity for us. So for being such a young team, I'm excited about the future and excited for how well we're doing so far this year.
It's been great. I love working with the younger girls. The 8th graders out here make me laugh every day, and it's kind of nice to step away from all my senior friends and get to step in the gym with a whole new group of girls that I don't see every day.
So far it's just been inconsistencies. One night we play really, really well, and then other times, we have a pretty low point where we don't score for a half or things like that where we just get sloppy. But if we could find a way to be more consistent with the second half of the season, that'd be huge. There's been many moments just watching the girls that play JV and on the varsity where things look really good, and it just is exciting for the future, and you hope that those kids stay healthy and keep progressing like you think they will.
I definitely think everyone on our team takes a leadership role. I mean, I'm not on the court all the time, so it definitely helps when we have other people that step up and just take the role of being a leader and run the offense.
I think we've had a successful first half of the season. To make it successful overall, we have some team goals, not really so much wins or losses, but limiting turnovers and different things like that that would make it successful. I think as long as we go out every night and we play as hard as we can play and do the things that we talk about every day in practice, then I can live with that. And it's the nights that you go out and maybe the effort's not there, but the good thing about these girls is that pretty much almost always the effort is always there, and so whether we're messing up or doing great things, I can't question that our effort's there. So as a coach, that you can't always say that, and so that makes my job enjoyable.
The Tiger girls basketball team finished their season 11-13 this year. The Tiger boys, meanwhile, also had a problem to overcome. They didn't have the height this season that other teams in their conference had.
We don't have a lot of size. We got a couple players that can post up. We had a couple players that play bigger than their size. Reed Lindell's a 6-footer, but he plays like he's 6'2", 6'3". Brady is a 5'10" guy, but he really plays like a 6'1" guy. And Jesse Oliver, kind of the same. They're very athletic kids. And that's part of us trying to find our team and our strengths and how we're going to score, and we're starting to come together as a team. We've struggled to rebound a little bit against some teams because every team we've really played this year has had a 6'6" guy. So we've really had to battle against some size, and our kids are competitors and they'll battle, and there's a lot of strengths of, I'd rather have good guard play than necessarily a big guy. So we got to play to our strengths and take away the teams that we're playing their strengths. We have a brand new crew this year. We graduated a lot of kids, and we had a couple kids back from last year's team. Reed and Brady are those two. Now Brady's been out until last week, and that really put some new guys into roles and positions that they weren't used to playing. So we never had our full team together this summer, and we didn't have our full team together really until probably tomorrow, because even last week we were missing a player.
It was a good time to get back because I wasn't fully ready for the game before. Well, Brady's an unbelievable player. He makes everyone around him better. There isn't a flaw in his game. So, just having him on the court opens up everything for everyone else. And just having him out there, his court vision is unbelievable. And it just makes everyone better. It makes our whole team better.
That chemistry, it takes a while with a new system, with players who haven't played much together. And then you combine that with the fact of we had an incredibly difficult, challenging schedule to start the year. And we played some really good teams who have been 2-3-year starters. So, we had some tough losses, but I told the kids from the get-go, this season is a marathon, not a sprint. We've got some very good athletes, some good basketball players, some very young players, and that just takes time. I can't remember a time where we've had 3 starters that are sophomores in the history of Lake City basketball. That's tough to do. So we've got some young kids that are kind of coming together and gelling with some of our veteran senior leaders, and I'm real excited for the second half of the season.
It's just our team chemistry. It's a lot of new guys, a lot of younger guys with us older guys. So we're not, the whole season we've been trying to get that chemistry together, and we're just starting to mesh here and start playing together, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses. So just having that team chemistry down the road will help us a lot.
The Lake City boys basketball team finished their season 16-10. Coming up here on Prep Time, we'll take a look at our trips on Highway 14 to Lewiston. That's coming up right here on TV 25.
Hi, my name is Joe Glendy and I am HBC. I am the HBC Air Network Engineer located in the Winona office. I spend my free time streaming movies with my girlfriend Janelle, as well as playing online video games. HBC's leading-edge internet service has the speed, reliability, and capacity I require for all my online entertainment needs. HBC's LumenNet internet service even offers symmetrical upload and download speeds.
We are HBC. Craig Bannell's business is, well, different.
I found some crazy stuff in my day, from a bag of toenails to dead animals.
His team cleans out cluttered garages for free.
Holy shnikes.
The catch?
Look at this bad boy.
Anything they find, they keep.
The success of my business hinges on finding items that I'll be able to sell and make some money.
And that's got to be worth a good chunk of change, brother.
With almost every job, there's always a treasure or two in there. Whoa.
Garage Gold, Sundays at 9, 8 Central, only on DIY Network. America, Fox Sports 1 is here. With live sports like college football.
What a play!
The UFC, college basketball, and and more. Plus Fox Sports Live.
It's probably the greatest show Fox has ever put on TV.
Bam! The news and highlight show everyone's talking about. It's all happening on Fox Sports 1.
Hi, I'm Colleen Bushman, and I am HBC. I'm the Customer Service Director located in the Winona office. I love sewing, photography, and spending time with my new grandson, and HBC Internet allows me to see him anytime I want. HBC's customer service team is here to ensure that every experience you have with HBC is a positive one, whether you're signing up for new service, making changes to your existing account, or just stopping in to pay your bill and say hi. You will always feel welcome when you visit me.
We are HBC.
If you would like a DVD copy of Prep Time or any other production from HBC TV 25, you can give us a call at 474-5811 or email us preptime@hbci.com. And welcome back to Prep Time. The Lewiston Altura girls basketball team had seen their share of struggles over the past few years, but they're only 2 seasons removed from a 500 season and a win in the playoffs. The Cardinals were looking to improve on last year's 3-24 record.
We're going for small steps. We're building a program here, and it's a challenge for us every night. And so we're looking for individual goals and team goals. That's one thing we have to do. We have to build confidence. And as we are outmatched many times, we have to build that confidence and realize that we can do this. And we have to have that belief every game that we go in there that we can do that. We can break the press. We can do this, see what we've done. So we want to make our failures into stepping stones and really take off. Shania Wren and Andrea Weaver, our captains this year, have been just tremendous. And they really build on what they've learned from our past years. They're really being positive role models for us, keeping us positive. Shania's really grown as a player, and we really ask her to be that leader. And sometimes she's that silent leader, but she's a calming aspect to the team. She's really key in any improvements that we've been making lately. Her and Andrea, it's their leadership and their positivism has really played a key role in this, in keeping our teamwork more alive and improving on the teamwork.
Unfortunately for the Cardinal girls, they went 1-24 this season. Switching over to the Lewiston Altura boys team, head coach Brian Mank saw his team win the last 3 regular season games last year before falling to St. Charles by 1 point in the playoffs. This season, though, was an unknown due to youth and inexperience.
We talked about moral victories and how we don't like to make them a habit, but yet sometimes you have to look at our gauge is not always going to be the scoreboard, but yet some statistical things, and also these guys have not backed down. We've had one game all year where I was disappointed with their effort, and to lose their first 9 and to not see a letdown, and then we won 2 out of 3, and that's because they've maintained their effort and their energy and saying, let's go get a couple of wins. So for that, I'm proud of them, and it's incredible to see a group do that, because it would have been easy to just look at it and say, all right, well, we've lost, we're 0-9, and it's folded up, and let's just have fun and not worry about trying to get any wins. And I haven't seen that, so that's encouraging for these guys as players, and also going into the young adulthood outside of these walls. It showed that we can take a game where we had a halftime lead, had a lot of success early on and through the half, and close it out. We've had a number of games where we've had a lead at halftime and let them slip away and just lost that edge. And I don't know, with this group we're trying to battle that mindset of losing that they've had forever. That they thought, all right, we've got it all figured out, this is great, and then there's that natural letdown. They don't have the experience of saying, all right, we had a good half, let's go have another half and finish the job. And for the first time, we did that. Well, they were excited. They could tell that one of our leaders, he's not a captain, but he's one of probably our leader, in Mitch Rasmussen. He just very loudly said, this is how it's supposed to feel. It's a very different feel to finish a game like that than to get beat down every night, and that's what these guys have been doing for a lot of years. And so for him to step up and point that out, I think maybe for the other seniors and these young guys to say, let's try and make a habit of this and try and win a few of the games that we have left. So to be able to battle through a second half where we had some adversity and to hang on to a win, that's important for a ball club that's had their share of struggles this year.
The Cardinal boys finished the season 5-22. Moving on to another team that was looking for respect from their conference, the Dover Iota boys basketball team.
I think it's an attitude that the guys want to change Doviota basketball. They want to put Doviota on the map, and they put in a lot of time in the summer, and with their hard work, that is coming true. We're getting success on the court and even off the court. They're becoming mature and within the community, they're doing a lot of good things, and just nice young men in outside the court.
After that game's over, it's on to the next one. That's really how it's all been the next season. We win a game, whatever, we got to get prepared for the next one. We lost this one, there's another game coming.
Want them to challenge yourself and continue to grow as a team, and have the mentality that we are capable of winning every game when we step on the floor. And they're understanding that. They're gaining that experience and that go-get-it attitude that we can compete. And you know, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We want to keep improving towards that latter half of the season.
The Dover Eota Eagles went 8-19 this season. Next, we'll look at one of the players that calls this building home. That's Kyle Kerrigan of the Cotter Rambler boys basketball team. Head coach David Jewison talked to us about the junior, who is expected to be one of the main parts of the Rambler offense this season.
He's getting better, figuring out how to play with other big men. You know, as you're younger, you're bigger than the other kids. A lot of times you don't learn how to not get certain fouls, go for certain blocks, not go for other ones. I think he really likes playing against other big guys. I really do. We've had a couple big alumni come back, and he really rises to that. I think part of it for him, he's a junior, part of it's going to be when he can figure out how to play that way all the time against everybody, regardless of who it is. He just plays that way. That's kind of how Shanks is. That's why Shanks is a D2 player. He plays that way no matter who he's playing against.
The Cotter Rambler boys went 12-15 this season, with Kyle Kerrigan their third leading scorer, averaging a little more than 10 points per game. Cotter nearly defeated Plainview Elgin Millville in the playoffs, falling to the Bulldogs by just 4 points. We'll take a break here on Prep Time, but when we come back, we'll take a look at that Plainview Elgin Millville boys team and one of their main offensive threats, senior Nick Shanks.
I'm Steve Reitzel, President of River City Manufacturing Machine Company, and this is how we HBC.
River City Manufacturing and Machine Company is a machine shop located in Winona, Minnesota that has been serving the Midwest for over 25 years.
River City has used HBC Air ever since it became available to us. HBC has the fastest and most reliable internet service we've had in 25 years, which helps us get prints, documents, and quotes to our customers quickly.
Tell us how you HBC. Visit hbci.com, Facebook, or Twitter to learn more.
Join me, Justin Barrientos, for Prep Time on HBC 25. We'll take a close look at area high school athletes, coaches, administrators, and even go back to explore past athletes and stories that built the history of your favorite prep teams. Stories you won't find anywhere else. You can catch Prep Time at the following times only on HBC 25.
America, Fox Sports 1 is here. With live sports like college football. What a play! The UFC, college basketball, and more. Plus Fox Sports Live.
It's probably the greatest show Fox has ever put on TV.
Bam! The news and highlight show everyone's talking about. It's all happening on Fox Sports 1.
We are the Welches.
And this is how we HBC.
Joe is a senior graphic designer for the Noble Collection based in Deleuze, Virginia. Joe and Kara wanted to stay in their hometown of Winona. With the help of HBC, Joe can telecommute from his home office.
In my line of work, high-speed internet connection is an absolute necessity. HBC gives me the speed, reliability, local service, and support that I depend on.
And HBC Internet keeps us connected to our college son, Aaron.
Tell us how you HBC. Visit hbci.com, Facebook, or Twitter to learn more.
If you have a question or comment about this or any other Prep Time show, or you have a story idea that you think that we should cover, you can always email us at preptime@hbci.com. We'd love to hear your comments and your story ideas. And welcome back to Prep Time. As promised, we'll take a look now at the Plainview Elgin Millville boys basketball team, who had 2 winning streaks of at least 7 games this season. Part of the reason for that, Winona State University recruit and senior Nick Shanks.
He's an animal on the boards. If he misses a shot, or if anybody misses a shot, he's going to get the rebound. He's going to outwork you. And it's not like he's taking bad shots. He's getting to the rim, and most of his shots are layups. And then it helps to shoot about 45% from the three-point line. So, and he's 81% from the free throw line. So he's been making his buckets efficiently too, so it's not like he's forcing up and taking a bunch of shots.
I love passing ball. I'd take an assist any day over points, and coaches and teammates, they set me up so well, and then that's why I want to set my teammates up as well. And
yeah, he's just a leader inside the locker room. Outside, he's gonna get on you if you're not working hard, but he's also gonna be up there to lift you up if you're not playing your best game. So you don't see that very often. He's just got everything. Obviously, he's gonna play at the next level, whether it be D2, D3, or whatever it may be. But he's just doing everything for us right now, and knowing Nick, he's gonna keep doing that all season.
We've just been playing together ever since. We play street ball every day after school in the off season. Just the chemistry we have together. It's just built up since we've played together. We've played since fifth grade ball, and we've stuck together the whole time. We just know where we are in the court, and we know what each other can do. And Alex knows exactly where I am. I can throw lobs up to Skylar and not have to worry it's going to be a turnover. He's going to go get it. And it's amazing, the feeling that you don't have to worry about turning it over. It's just Skylar is there, Alex is there, Logan's in the paint, I know where he is all the time. It's just amazing that the chemistry is it's gotten so good.
A lot of times it's just when they're playing basketball, it kind of reminds me of some street ball a little bit, but they're athletic enough to do it, and it's not fundamental basketball. It paid off a little bit tonight, but it's kind of herky-jerky. They just go up in the air and they make decisions in the air, which isn't always the right thing to do, but we're athletic enough to overcome some mistakes that we make fundamentally.
It doesn't put it all on me because Alex has got a lot of fast break points. Hunter Johnson got some awesome layups, and it just makes our whole team life easier, just easy baskets, and I think we could slow it down a little more. I think we played a little too fast. We could have backed a few of them out, but I think we played amazing fast break, got a lot of free layups, and just keep finishing those, and they're free points, so you need those.
The Bulldog boys won their first 2 postseason games this season, but fell to Caledonia in the Section 1AA semifinal game. Now we'll move on to the Plainview Elgin Millville girls basketball team and the story that garnered the most social media attention of any that we did this season, a feature on sophomore guard Sarah Hart.
She's just very skilled. She's just a skilled scorer. She puts as much time into it as anybody, and we just can't get her enough touches. When she touches the basketball, good things always seem to happen, and so it's hard to take her off the court, but a very skilled player.
It didn't really take me too long to get used to it. I actually have a younger brother who we are very competitive when we play against each other, and my dad actually would make me wake up like at 6 o'clock in the morning because I am homeschooled, I can do this. So I would go to my church actually and I'd play against adult men. So like that really helped a lot to really boost my game.
Certainly plays beyond her years. She gets better every day. She plays all off season. She is a leader for us. She leads by example, maybe not necessarily vocally, but she's certainly a leader.
Hart helped the Bulldogs to a 22-4 regular season record this season. Now on Prep Time, a look inside the mind of some area coaches as they break down their own performances and talk about their game plans on some of the games that we covered here on Channel 25.
Tonight was an excellent game. It was fun. It was a great atmosphere, lots of people, a loud gym. We played our hearts out, they played their hearts out. It came down to one shot at the end that they made and that we missed, and that's about the difference. Well, I just told the girls that in the locker room. Our goal was to come in here and play well, win or lose, and we did that, and we proved to ourselves that we can play with anybody in the section, and it gives us confidence.
Seeming that it was so close, definitely. I mean, we lost by 3, and I know that's an undefeated team, and we can come back and beat them.
Well, Dover's played a lot of teams real tough this year, and they beat some pretty good teams as well. They got a real good post player that's a couple-year starter, Travis Austin. I know he had 32 the other night. I saw him play Lanesboro. He played very well.
I mean, the main thing for us is we got to keep him out of the paint and limit his touches down low because he's dangerous and he's a good all-around player and he can do some dangerous things for him.
And they have some good guards. Jet Kid is a good lefty. That's a solid player for him. Heinz Kid is a good three-point shooter for him. And they got a lot of other kids that are good role players. We can't let them get off to a good start. They're a team that I think can go on runs, and we need to really, have a good ball pressure right away and really prevent them from doing what they want to do.
Right away, we need to be aggressive and attack the hoop. I mean, that's kind of our main thing is we like to attack and be aggressive and get to the free throw line, and I think that's what we're most dangerous at is getting to the hoop and just being aggressive and going right at them.
Really, we're at 5. We're still at a 5. I think the sky's the limit with this team with our athleticism. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well tonight. We didn't take a lot of outside shots, but just the turnovers. 11 at halftime. I haven't looked at the final numbers yet. Just not taking care of the basketball, and that's going to kill us all year. 45 points tonight. It doesn't sound like a lot, but the clock ran for 9 minutes. They had 24 at halftime. The second half defense was way worse than that. And I think our goal is to hold them under 50. Even though they got 45 tonight, I don't think that was our goal was met with the running clock.
Reed Lindell I know really well. They got some really good players over there that I'm friends with, and they got a good coach. They've had a good program. Last year they played really well in the section, and they're just that team that comes out every year and just shocks people. And I'm really excited to play them just because they're always a good competition, and it's just fun playing against your friends, and just you're playing full throttle. You don't care if your friends or not, but then after the game it's oh yeah, nice game, and it's kind of cool to be friends with neighboring kids because I mean you're gonna know these kids for a long time, and it's just cool.
It's going to be a tough task. Caledonia is one of the best teams in the state, and they'll be in the subsection finals, I'm assuming, and challenging for a section championship. We have to play our best game of the year to be successful and have a chance to win. But they're up for the challenge. They've been working hard in practice and accepting everything that we want to put together for a game plan.
The speed of the game they play. Somebody told me they're trying to get 100 possessions a game, which is outrageous.
We have to control the ball, limit our turnovers, forced and unforced ourselves, have quality possessions, meaning we got to run some clock. That's our ally. That's our sixth man tomorrow night, and make sure that we control the boards, get back in transition. All the basic things that we got to keep working on for every game.
They run a variety of different presses at a really fast speed to get the ball, and it's dribble shot. You just have to keep a level head. If something goes wrong, you can't let it snowball. You have to kind of catch yourself and just take it one play at a time.
Some speed that we can close out, and we're going to be a little more aggressive tomorrow night, try to get some traps out of it, and try to set a tone that we can be aggressive, we can get some traps, and hopefully get some open floor tips and maybe get some easy transition buckets out of it. We got to make sure that we close out on the shooters. They got some great three-point shooters, though.
Right, we're definitely the underdogs coming into this thing. But we've been working hard in practice, so we believe we do have a shot, but we just need to do all the little things right. We need to make sure that we're playing as a team.
Caledonia has been up there for years, and it's our time to get up there.
That's all the prep time that we have for you today. I'm Justin Barrientos. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.